Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Kaspa Miniseries. I'm Alex. In this series, we're compressing the epic 7.5-hour The Bitcoin Takeover podcast into small, powerful highlight episodes.
And I'm Jamie. We've journeyed through the tech, the founder's story, the hard money principles, and the security debates. But today, we're zooming out to look at the big picture. We're asking, what is the philosophy that drives someone to build a project like Kaspa in a world already dominated by giants like Bitcoin?
This is where we get into the mind of the creator. This episode is called Yonatan's Philosophical Vision, and it's about more than just code. It's about the principles of innovation, the role of experimentation, and the fundamental belief that the crypto revolution is far from over.
This was one of the most compelling parts of the entire 7.5-hour interview. It all starts with Yonatan's deep respect for Bitcoin, but also his clear-eyed view of its limitations, not as a technology, but as a culture.
Exactly. He doesn't see Bitcoin's conservatism as a flaw. He sees it as a necessary feature for what it is. He said, the extreme conservative culture of Bitcoin has a value for what Bitcoin currently aims to be. But he immediately follows that up with a powerful observation. That very same culture is not conducive to innovation.
It's a fantastic point. Think of Bitcoin as a national monument, like the pyramids. The primary job of the people in charge is preservation. You don't experiment on the pyramids. You don't add a new room or a fresh coat of paint. You protect them. And their value comes from their unchanging history.
That's a perfect analogy. And Yonatan argues that you cannot have the mindset of a monument preserver and a research scientist at the same time. He explained that you can't attract, quote, the same vibes, unquote, of openness to a system where the maintainer is mainly afraid of breaking, unquote, things. The two goals are fundamentally incompatible.
So, this creates a philosophical problem for the entire crypto space. If the most secure and established network, Bitcoin, cannot be a place for experimentation, where does that experimentation happen? This is the core of Yonatan's vision.
He argues for the need for a permissionless space to innovate. Because Bitcoin has become the monument, there must be other places that can be the laboratory. This is where he sees projects like Kaspa fitting in. It's not trying to tear down the monument, it's trying to build a state-of-the-art research facility next door.
And he believes this requires more than just a separate code base. It requires a separate culture. He spoke about the need for a cultural separation. As he put it, maintaining the repo and the money base merits its own culture, and being conducive to people that want to create new ideas require a different society.
So, from his point of view, the existence of altcoins isn't just about competing for market cap. It's a necessary part of a healthy ecosystem, providing different environments for different goals. Some must be stable, while others must be dynamic.
And this brings us to Kaspa's specific mission within that laboratory. Yonatan sees crypto as resting on two great pillars, money and finance.
Bitcoin, in its evolution, has focused almost exclusively on the money pillar, being a perfect sound monetary base.
Right. Yonatan describes the Bitcoin culture as having a distaste towards finance, but he believes both pillars are equally important. His grand philosophical vision for Kaspa is to be the project that finally brings them together. His direct words were that his aspiration is to marry these two value propositions and pillars of crypto into one system without the friction.
So, Kaspa isn't trying to be a new Bitcoin in the sense of replacing digital gold. It's trying to fulfill the broader original promise of what a decentralized system could be. Yonatan said Kaspa is trying to do things that everyone thought Bitcoin would do.
It's a powerful idea. Sympathetic. It suggests that Kaspa is picking up the torch of innovation that Bitcoin, for very good reasons, had to set down. This led to another deep philosophical point in the conversation, the idea of trust.
This one is tricky. The whole ethos of crypto, especially from a Bitcoin perspective, is about creating trustless systems where you don't have to rely on other people.
And Yonatan agrees with that, but only for the base layer. He made a brilliant distinction between the protocol and the society that uses it. He argued that while the system's backbone must be absolutely trustless, human society itself is fundamentally built on voluntary trust relationships.
He said normal people have trust relationships, and by pushing against this, you are, by definition, creating inefficient systems.
His philosophy is that a truly advanced and useful system shouldn't force us to abandon trust. Instead, it should provide a secure, trustless foundation upon which we can encode our voluntary trust. This is the very essence of finance, allocating capital based on your trust in a person, an idea, or a project.
So, a system that rejects the possibility of encoding trust is inherently limited. It can be money, but it can never be finance. To marry the two pillars, you need a system that can handle both.
Exactly. This vision is what separates his philosophy from the crypto minimalism he sees in parts of the Bitcoin world. It's not a rejection of Bitcoin's principles, but an expansion of them. He wants to build a system that reflects the full spectrum of human interaction, not just the part that requires zero trust.
So, when we put it all together, Yonatan's philosophical vision is one of a diverse and complementary crypto ecosystem. He sees Bitcoin as the anchor, the stable, conservative, unchanging store of value, the Michael Jordan, as he called it, that will forever be the GOAT in the eyes of those who saw it first.
But he also sees an absolute necessity for innovative, experimental platforms like Kaspa to act as laboratories. These are the spaces where we can push the boundaries, take risks, and build the financial and social tools of the future on a proof-of-work foundation.
His philosophy isn't about competition. It's about a division of labor. Some projects must conserve and protect the past, while others must be free to build the future. And for Yonatan, Kaspa is firmly on the side of building the future.
A truly inspiring way to look at the space. And that's our look at the philosophy of Yonatan Sampolinsky. Join us for our next episode where we'll dive into the future of Kaspa itself, the Dagnite protocol, and the vision for 100 blocks per second.
Thanks for tuning in to the Kaspa Miniseries.